the Creator, the Most High. Ela, ya, yon he, Elohim, neta raf neta, tapped, habib, kodowish, yon he, vahu he, seba, joth, kodowish, Elohim, seba, joth. Greeting once again to you in the name of the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Yehovah, Adonai, Abib, Kodowish, Adonai, Sebajoth, Kodowish, Abib, Sebajoth. This is Neophyte DAG, bringing you the continuation of Black Moabite President. We spent a whole bunch of time on Woodrow Wilson. Now we go to his advisor, his handler, Edward Mandelhouse. For every Moabite president, every president is already and always assigned a handler. President Woodrow Wilson made no exception. Moab, Edward Mandelhouse, put in charge of Woodrow Wilson thoughts and who sent Edward Mandelhouse, Rothschild. The black merchants send one of their own to come supervise Woodrow Wilson. Children, Canaan, fornication, merchant, bankers, those are the ones running as the Rothschild family. Children of Adam, and they put in charge of you. Moab, and Ammon, and up to recently, starting in 1924, they put Goma Gentile Caucasian to come rule over black man Adam and all of this gang, been ganging, teaming up, and robbing, defiling, spoiling black men Adam. That's the message I have for you today. I've been giving that message to you over and over, black man Adam, black people of Adam, black men of Adam, black woman of Adam. You need to get back your sound thoughts and your strong belief in your Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, that it's time for the robbery to stop, the spoiling to stop, the defiling to stop. Lock you into prison, done. Spoiling you into holes, done. That's the time we're at right now while you're getting back these types of message to let you know you've been robbed all along. Numbers 3 verse 1. Woe to that Washington, D.C. We have already identified Washington, D.C. as the United States Corporation doing all the robbery. So we're not spending much time on them today. Isaiah 23:8, who has taken counsel against the city that's robbing black man Adam, the black people of the Adamic race, of the Adamic seed. Yes, that crowning, bloody, wicked city. Merchants are running up and down in Washington, D.C. with admiralty law, maritime law, commerce, a.k.a. whoredom, fornication, harlotry. That's what's going on up in that bloody city, Washington, D.C., a.k.a. Tyre, a.k.a. Asher, a.k.a. City of Destruction, where all the merchants, from the president of the corporation to all the members of Congress, Congress promulgate, set up rules to run United States, which is solely located in Washington, D.C., and they moved all of your address to Washington, D.C. when they gave you that nice zip code, and they didn't tell you you need to use the four-corner rule on your zip code so you don't live in Washington, D.C. That's the bloody city that's been robbing you with all kind of plans, and who started to Edward Manlouse came and had the finishing touches onto that plan. Children trafficking going on up there. And I'm not talking about the child trafficking, the children trafficking, the pizza buying trafficking. No, not for this message. I am talking about black man Adam being traded on all of his economics, all of his lifeblood, all of his life force, all of his source of income, robbed by these honorable men, princes as they are called, politicians and bankers, busy robbing Adam. Revelation 18 verse 3. All nations have drunk of that bloody city, that city of destruction, Washington, D.C., all her wine. She been pouring out that wine. Double cup, double scotch, shot glass, all kind of different pouring, but the pouring running out of time. 2025, the wine of robbery done. Her wine of the wrath of her fornication. What is fornication? Illegal commerce. She running, robbing the children of Adam. Yes, that's the main meaning for it. The other one we're not discussing today is all her idol worshiping, all her idolatry that she been running up there, sacrificing and laying up curses on the children of Adam. But we're sticking with her merchant system, illegal commerce. Getting to that real soon. The kings of the earth, the kings of America, earth as you call it, the indigenous people to America, you call North America what? Earth, Turtle Island, earth. So anywhere you see earth in your book of truth, in your law book, in your Bible, that's your book of law. It's talking about America. These fornicators, these merchants came and switcheroo on the words, letting you think earth means the entire planet. No. That's America. The kings of America have committed great fornication, illegal commerce, and you said sui kevi, and running all kind of social program, all kind of bail bond program, all kind of lock you in jail program, all kind of robbing your funds program, all kind of illegal commerce, selling people, selling nation, selling war, selling perversion and lewdness. That's what she's been doing with her fornication. Who? Tyre, Washington, D.C., United States Corporation. United States is a corporation, in case you're jumping into this message very late and haven't gone back and listened to my last 2 or 3 messages to know that United States is a corporation, and United States of America been defunct, running under the shadows since 1783. Yes. So all we're talking about now is that corporation, that dead corpse been running all kind of gimmicks, side gimmicks, and all kind of left and right gimmicks with your right hand and your left hand and all your feet, your economics. They've been running gimmicks and a whole bunch of gimmicks on your food, your stomach, on your head. They give you all kind of nonsense and idol worshipping and fallen white Jesus to completely cut off your head. Hey, fornication. The merchants of the earth, the merchants of America, running up and down with admiralty law, running up and down with law merchant, running up and down as law merchant and ancient law of pledging its people as collateral for mortgage. That's the merchant system running in America, in the entire North America, because Earth includes Canada and the United States of America. Both Canada and America are corporations. So the Canada corporation and the United States corporation are what's rich through the abundance of the delicacies, all the pleasant things, all the substance they've been robbing from Adam blind. They've been robbing Adam, putting holes in Adam's pocket, even though he stitched up his pocket, pin it up, all kind of different time, but they're still breaking into his pocket, robbing him blind, waxing rich through the abundance. All the things they have stolen from the Adamic seed in the United States of America, the indigenous people and those that came over from Europe, a host of them, they got swept into the robbery as of 1924 when power structure changed from the black Shemites from Europe in charge of America to go my Gentile Caucasian. And yes, go my Gentile Caucasian is the last one holding the bag when it is judgment time. Listen, anyone holding the bag 2025, 2026, I don't have good news for you. If you're standing without a cheer when the music stops, 2025, I don't have good news for you. Go, my Gentile Caucasian. You're getting stuck with the bug. And Canaan gonna flee on you. Obama and his crew, the Moabite, they're gonna flee as well. Ammon gonna flee as well. And poor Goma Gentile Caucasian never get the memo that he should have fled with the children. The abundance of delicacies coming to a screeching halt. Revelation 18:3 firmly given back unto you. But just to give you a quick reminder, U.S. Code 28, Section 3002, definition, United States, a federal corporation. I've been telling you, and I can't come and give you information without giving you receipt for it. 9-307 of your Uniform Commercial Code. Location of the debtor. Who is that debtor? That owe the Rothschild bankers of Europe money? United States. That is located in the District of Columbia. The federal corporation is the debtor to the creditors, the Rothschild family. The debtor is the one holding the bag, and the creditor is the one coming to collect in 2025. In 2025, when they come and try to default, try to bankrupt fully, United States corporation, in order to activate their version of a reset that they think will work. But it won't work. Rothschild bankers, you're busy over there in Europe with a whole bunch of stuff that you need to deal with. Gog and Magog over there, ready to pounce upon you. Russia, China, over in Europe. So your hands full. So go, my Gentile Caucasian. You are going to have to write this one out by yourself. all your sponsors, all your supporters gonna bail on you because God and mega come. Nahum 3 verse 1, the prey depart, not coming, not the prey is coming. Gog, Magog, Russia, China, departing not when they come to America until the whole thing flattened to the ground. You were told, children of Adam, you were told, go my Gentile Caucasian. You were told, go my Gentile Caucasian. I will send evil from the north. Jeremiah tell you, I shall send evil from the north, and they shall invade from the north, and they shall also appear as an east wind of your east coast. What is off your east coast? Tyre, Washington, D.C., and Zidon, New York City. That's where the east wind of Gog, Magog, the empire, the nations of the dragon shall appear. Given back unto you, I shall send the destroyer of the Gentile, plainly given back unto you in the book of Jeremiah, and what Gentile, Caucasian race people are now in America. Go my Gentile Caucasian. The book of Hosea 1 told you, Adam, go take a wife of whoredom, and you went and you took. Go, my Gentile Caucasian, open your arms in the United States and go, my Gentile Caucasian. Is not the wife of the Lord Tov, Melchizedek, so he will not spare her as much as he's going to spare you. I have to make it as plain can be. Go, my Gentile Caucasian, she is not my wife, said unto you in Hosea. So if she's not the wife, do you think if she get caught with the bag in her hand with all that abundance of delicacy and all her sparring partners, her powering friends, jump out the ship and leave her one on it? Children, when that evil come from the north, which is called the destroyer of the Gentile, the destroyer of Goma Gentile, coming, then I'm telling you, 2025, 2026, a different story, a different song to sing when United States corporation is caught up in the hands of the prey. So children, if you're in DC, make sure you have alternative plans. If you're in New York City, make sure you have some plans to get out as soon as things start to look like it going sideways. Children of Adam, four-corner rule. That's the zip code robbery that's been used on your children of Adam. And it's also being used on Goma Gentile Caucasian who are not in the know. It is called the four-corner rule to get out of Washington, D.C. by your mailing address. No matter where you live in the United States of America, they, through the zip code D.C., through the zip code Tyre, through the zip code Congress, through the zip code, get you to be domicile, resident, living in Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. You're a resident. That's why all that the United States corporations say you should do, they know they have a means, and they've set a means in place to trick you in being in D.C., to be a citizen in D.C. of the United States corporation when they give you a zip code. That's the main way. There are other postal ways that they use because you have two postal going right now. United States Postal Service and United States Postal Office. United States Postal Service belong to United States Corporation. United States Post Office belong to United States of America. So when you're using your zip code without the four corner rules applied to it, you're shipping and you're sending through United States Postal Service, which gets you squarely back in Washington, D.C. That's how they use the postal rule. So if you don't want to be in Washington, D.C., whether by domicile unknowingly, unexpectedly to you, so to get you to fall under all the rules, to be understand to the rules that they set up for the dead corporation, dead citizen, then you have to use the four corner rule. What is that? Anything that has a box around it, meaning it's not included as part of the contract. So if you're putting documents in place and you're putting an address on it, anything that you put a box around, that box that you see lower right hand side of your screen, that box around the zip code, it says in the contract, exclude all those items that have a box around it. That's the four corner rule. That's why when you look at some of the contracts and certificates they give you, it's fully boxed in, the four corner rule. So you apply the four corner rule so you can get the zip code out of your address so you're not in DC. You do that enough time, it has set a precedent that you clearly by your actions have deemed yourself non-resident to DC and non-resident to United States Corporation. So all the things they set in place for you, income tax, Federal Reserve, all kind of different statutory law, doesn't apply to you if you don't want them to apply to you, because those statutes, those legal statutes, those legal policies apply to citizens of United States Corporation. And if you're not domiciled, not a resident in District of Columbia, then you're not a citizen resident of United States Corporation. That's your first thing given back to you to end your robbery that you're going through with United States Corporation that has moved you out of your state without your knowledge and put you in District of Columbia. Every state has two versions as well. They have a state of New York, a state of Georgia, a state of Virginia that belongs with the United States Corporation. If you do, Virginia State, Georgia State, Florida State, New York State, that's the real state that's connected with United States of America. Those are the two things always running, just like yourself. You have you with your lower uppercase name, and you have the straw man with the all caps name that's tied to United States Corporation, firmly living up in Washington, D.C. So if you want to get yourself out and your straw man out with you, tidy up your zip code and get out of DC on your paperwork, on your contract, and then when the time presents itself, if you're physically living in DC, make sure you get out before Goma Gentile destroyers from the northeast, from the north coming through Canada, and from the east coast coming from the Atlantic Ocean appear on Goma Gentile doorstep in Washington, D.C. and New York City. Children of Adam, here is where the robbers have been busy robbing you, and they didn't tell you all these things that they need to do for you and stop robbing you. 18 U.S. Code 8, obligation of the United States Corporation. Do you know what that means, children of Adam? Because if you don't know, you will continue to be robbed, and you will not be able to go back to your Lord and say, I know supposed to do. Yes, now more than ever, children of Israel, you have to know that word obligation of the United States to you. That's the word you need to know at this point. Black's Law Dictionary, 3rd edition, 1933. The same here. They're putting in the final touches on the plan to rob you and give their obligations over to you. Obligation, the binding power of a vow, a promise, a oath, a contract of law that you need to do something or not do something which render a person liable for neglecting to do what they are obligated to do what they had promised to do what they're contracted to do. Promise of the United States of America. Contract of the United States of America to its people. Children of Adam, time now, you get back your information. Punishment coming if you're neglecting that duty. United States rendering you a person liable for your punishment for neglecting your duties, a legal duty. If you want to take it out of the spiritual realm, the higher heavens, and bring it down to your 3rd and your 4th dimension legal system, out of the law. Law is the common law. But if you go under your statutory law, your law merchant, or any other law, your admiralty law, your maritime law, still the same. A legal duty by which United States of America is bound to do a certain thing. That's the meaning again. Binding them back in the first section. A binding power of a vow, a promise, a oath, a contract that United States entered into with his people. 18 U.S. Code, Section 8. That's what I'm talking about. A tie, a firm tie, given unto United States, which binds United States to pay, or do something agreed to by law with his citizen and by law with the heavenly orphans, watchers who have decreed unto United States of America that you have to do your obligation. What is United States obligated to do? Children, term obligation of the United States include what? Your coupons. That's the one. Everyone nicely put back in the envelope every month to you, telling you you need to pay those bills, whether utility bill, whether loans that you didn't get from no bank. Yes, that's the coupon that's enclosed in that envelope. Yes, that is obligation of the United States. Again, what is obligation? A binding power, a vow, a promise, a oath, a contract United States entered into to take charge of all coupons. That's the obligation of the United States. Include all coupons coming as your monthly utility bills, or your cell phone, or your light, or your water, whatever it is. And also your credit card bills. Children, everything attached to the federal note, which is your money, is the obligation of the United States. Your money is a debt as well, which United States is responsible, obligated for. What does obligation mean again? The legal duties by which United States Corporation is bound to do a certain thing. Pay all the coupon for its citizens, whether he wants to say they're dead or alive. All of them should be paid their coupon bills every month. United States of America. Every bill you receive, guess whose obligation it is? United States of America. What's the meaning of obligation again? Children a tie which bind United States to pay. That's the meaning of obligation, to pay as agreed by the law. You put that law in place, so you have to obey the law given unto your children. That's 18 U.S. Code, Section 8, obligation of the United States. What else is there? What else is there? Any other thing that represents a value or a monetary value is whose obligation? United States. Again, let's go back to the meaning of obligation, a binding power that make a promise or a contract. By law, you make a vow, you made an oath to pay all the obligation that you so eloquently laid out in 18 U.S.C. Section 8. It includes all bonds, all certificate of indebtedness, national bank currency, Federal Reserve note, the paper money you give people to walk around with, Federal Reserve Bank note as well, Federal Reserve Bank issuing other money that you don't see, that as well. Coupons! Every coupon that goes out to people, the citizen, whether you think they're dead under straw man or they're live under the live man, doesn't make a difference. Coupons! It said coupon. It didn't qualify whose coupon is being received and who's not. Children, treasury note, gold, certificate of silver, fractional note, certificate of deposit, bills. Also mean one that you get, they call bill. I'm sending you your monthly bill, sir and ma'am. Yes, you're getting your monthly bill. This is the bill whose obligation? United States. That's whose obligation. Every check that you write, guess who should be paying for that check? Guess who should be paying the amount you wrote on that check? United States. That's their obligation as well. Checks. That's United States who should be doing its obligation, but it pass it off to someone else. You're the one who's been paying these things. United States running in the background these gimmicks and don't want to do what they're obligated to do. So do you think the Father, the Most High, and the Lord Melchizedek Jehovah going to let this masquerade, this charade of the United States go on any longer? No! United States, you better start paying your obligation. Pay attention as well to your obligation that you contracted for. You wrote a law, and every president whether 4 years or whether any other year that you made that vow, you made that oath to follow the obligation of the United States to its citizens, whether you render them dead, classify them dead, or they're alive, living man or woman, makes no difference. Both of them, you got to render your obligation because you made a vow, a promise, an oath, a contract by law, and you said in your own contract, if I neglect my duty, punishment, coming your way. Children! So when you see the noose being tightened around American neck, you know why? That noose is being tightened more and more until they do what? The certain thing that they promise to do, which is your obligations of your coupons, your bill, any check that you write. You don't or shouldn't have to worry about having Treasury note, Federal Reserve note in your bank account, because that note as well, guess who's responsible for it? United States! Still theirs. So no matter if you writing that check or the United States Corporation writing that check on your behalf, still their obligation. Children, time for your sound mind. You're getting back your information. Children of Adam, let's put this law to practical use. It's telling you the obligation of the United States, things that they're liable for, and the practical ones for you. Coupons and bills. Coupons and bills. Bills also called bills of exchange. Those are the ones that are practical to you, because the bills of exchange is the one that you have been signing on your own. You're the only one signing that promissory note, which is a bill of exchange, and then the company come and trick you up every month and send your coupons. So you need to pay back money that you loaned to them, you gifted to them. Children, here's a bill. Again, just assume that I'm talking things that don't make sense for a minute. Why is coupon on your payment slip? Answer that for me. Why is coupon written on the payment voucher? Payment coupon? Who's supposed to pay it? Who says coupon is my responsibility? Who chest is big and broad and say I am liable for all coupons? United States, wearing that Superman cape for all coupons. Isn't that what it says over here? 18 U.S. Code 8, United States. The term obligation of the United States include coupons with a S. Coupons with a S. Every single one of them belong to United States, same as bills. So why it says bill of invoice, bill of service on your statement from all the companies sending you these vouchers? This is on it. Bill of service. Isn't that the same bill they're talking over here? Yes, it is. Just disguising words, because we were not available to these books and these laws that had these things hidden in them. But now they're back in our palm, so we can now ask the United States, aren't these things yours? You said it belongs to you, and you have sworn under oath and promises and pledge, and you even have our president stacking his hands on Bible every 4 years, say he shall uphold the law and the legal system. The law is heavenly, so he's obeying the law, and he has to obey the physical plane, which is the legal. Both of them time up fully to say it is obligation. So they should be paying that. It's on your bill. One of the bill of service, on that same bill of service, coupon. 2 ways 2 times they're telling you, United States should be paying this, but these companies are sending this to you because they know you had signed a promissory note and you have no idea of all the things that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. And you certainly didn't know at that time that bills and coupons are the responsibility of the United States. So they can put it in front of you and you wouldn't know the difference until different. Now, 2024, is that different? Now we're getting the sound mind back and we're going to put whoever is responsible, obligated to do their work, has to be done. Once you pledge it, once you vow it, you have to get your work done. Children, coupon. Do you think it stopped there? Do you think it stopped there? No, a more practical use again. Coupon on all your city document. You're getting stuff from your city and your state and your local institution, all telling you coupons and bills, coupons and bills. And even if they don't put it, if they get wise and think they're gonna outsmart themselves again, once it's a slip, a payment slip, it's a coupon. No matter if they put it on it or not, it is just that. Here it is again, coupon written on the payment voucher. You notice it's only in the payment voucher section. That's the part that United States need to pay, but they send it to you hoping that you don't know. United States is to pay it, and you pay it on behalf of the United States. But again, United States need to pick up its obligation, because United States, you can no longer pass off all your obligation to the people. Shame, shame, shame shall be on you, and punishment shall come if you don't amend your ways and start to do and uphold and maintain your obligation. Firmly fixed upon you, cannot be revoked, cannot be turned away, and you cannot pass off that punishment that's coming to someone else. Children of Adam, not done yet. Coupons! Again, utility bills from your water company, from your light company, from your cell phone company, from your mobile phone company. Everybody, even cable company, sending your coupons. Not telling you it's a coupon that needs to be paid by the United States of America. No way, no reason you should be trying to convert none of these things to non-negotiable instrument. That's not your obligation. Again, it's the obligation of the United States to pick up their own payment, not stiffing you, black man Adam, not stiffing even the Goma Gentile Caucasian who are not in the know of their bill. No, you can't stiff them anymore. Can't run that racket anymore. The bills, water, credit card, car insurance, rent, all the same. They say payment coupon. And again, just to reiterate it, just to echo it one more time, whose obligation are the coupons with the S? United States! 18 U.S. Code, Section 8, obligation of the United States. That's his obligation, not yours. Children of Adam, he's getting back his responsibility put back on him. He's getting it known to him that now we know he's reneging on his responsibility and his morals. Gonna get to his morals because he has to be held accountable for not doing his obligation when he made a promise to do it. That's what it meant by Goliath got hit in the forehead with the slingshot stone. Stone means cross rock. Stone means cross rock. His head means his morals. His morals got hit real hard to say, we are going to slew you. Goliath, big corporation, the big merchant, law bankers up in DC and up in Sidon, New York City. Children, their responsibility going back to them, and all that double money they've been getting from you and getting from the United States, done! Get back your information from the Most High Ella, Yah, Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, and the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Yohevah, and the Watchers, decreed in Daniel 4, verse 17, shall make sure everything gets set back in the rightful order for the children of the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Yohevah, described for you in Daniel 4, verse 16. I give this new nation to the basis of man, to the lowest, the man that is poor, hungry, and broke because he's paying coupons that are the responsibilities of the United States. That's the man I'm giving back the kingdom to. Children, mortgage loan, again, everything that you see on that payment slip is a coupon, even if it has the word or not. Regulation Z compliance and mortgage coupon book. That's the coupon page, the coupon slip that they send you. It is a coupon, just stop it. Same thing with your car loan. Your car note, every time they send you that bill, as they put it, bill, as they put it, bill. Again, just to reiterate, whose responsibility are the bills with an S? United States! 18 U.S. Code, Section 8, beating it back into United States head. Children, the student loan that you're worried, how am I going to pay it for a degree that's not worth anything? The whole thing shutting down in 2025. You're better off saving your money and turn your way and yourself back to the commandment of the Lord. So that's how you survive. Not with that student stuff, that lie. Not with that student of lie system that he has you in. All you've been learning are lies. All you're going to learn until 2025 are still lies. Children, get out of his system. Give him back his payment. HOA fee, again, coupon books for HOA dues. That slip as well from your HOA, from your community board, from this and from that. Was it come? When it come in a coupon slip, it's a coupon obligation of the United States. Anybody sending you those slips, and I'm sure they know it belongs to the United States, and they're still sending it to you. Again, they're answerable to the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Yohevah, and the Watchers who said you have until a certain time to do that. After that time, it is cut off. Again, yesterday, October 22nd, 2024, was the cut-off date. That time done. The good time done. The party time done. The white Jesus happy time done. Punishment time working up to be fixed upon all your enemies. Busy pushing coupon payment of the United States on your black Adam, and black woman. That's the thing that you need to know at this point in time. All your mortgage loan, your car loan, your student loan, your rent, all your utility bills are for the United States of America, to make sure that his citizens under a common law and even under the legal system that he has set up, it doesn't change. All are based on the common law of the Most High Ella and the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Yohevah. No one told you to come pervert it in the way that you perverted it. You were given some limited ways to deal with the children of Adam, the rebellious one. But you went way overboard with all that you were doing. Go, my Gentile Caucasian, on behalf of the Canaanites who roll up to Balaam, which is Benelli, who go all the way back up to Lucifer and his satanic system and kingdom. Children, we're not done yet. Bills! All your tax bills. Tax bills is not what's on your bill. Look at your tax bill. If they send you a bill for real estate tax, city tax, school tax, all kind of tax. They have bill on it. If they don't, and they send you that slip at the bottom portion of it, it's a coupon. Children of Adam, makes no difference if they put it on it or not. It's a coupon. And whose responsibility are all coupons and bills? United States! Not shaking this responsibility, Mr. United States law merchant. But we're not done yet. Auto insurance, bills, United States. Property tax, bill, United States. City tax, bill, United States. School tax, bill, United States. All responsibility, obligation, and to be paid, and must be paid, and shall be paid by United States, and or you're going to have to answer to all the things that you have done after your time to do them, and after you have been exposed for how far you went beyond the instructions that were given to you. Children of Adam, you're getting back your information. You're getting back your information. No more shall you be paying the responsibility of the United States. Sending all your money, go give Ukraine. Sending all your money, go give all kind of people to do evil deeds. And the people, your citizens here, you're robbing them blind, giving everybody their money, giving everyone everything that belongs to your people, and saddling your people with all kind of coupons payment, all kind of bill payment, none at all. You step forward and say, all right, the Most High Ella and the Lord Thoth Melchizedek is bringing their punishment, their 70-year punishment, to an end. Let me start to move in that direction and free them up. No! When they find out about the remedy that's in front of them, that you give them as bill of exchange and all kind of other things, you shut the door, close in their face, and giving them the run around. But you can't run leave this one. Children, you passed it in a law. So you cement it not only in the earthly realm, but in the kingdom of the heaven. This was written and recorded against United States. From the first Moabite, Woodrow Wilson, down to Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt and all the other Moabites, whether Caucasian or black, coming all the way down. Your time right now, we have a hybrid between Kamala and Biden running up and down, and Trump trying to jump into the mix. But again, for all of them, a little too late. Children of Adam, firmly fixed upon their head. Punishment coming their way for what you have done to black man Adam. Firmly decided, firm and sure as it can be. 12 U.S. Code, Section 411, 411, dial-up, the obligation. Yes! Obligation again of the United States. Every Federal Reserve note, every paper money that you have, that's a Federal Reserve note. And it said this is a note to be used as a legal tender, but it was not supposed to be used for that. It's the obligation of the United States, and it should stay with the United States, or if it issue it to its citizen, it shouldn't charge them for their sweat labor for the purpose of making advance to the Federal Reserve Bank only. That's the only purpose of the Federal Reserve note that you have in your pocket, or you line up as digits in your bank account, and for no other purpose. That paper money is authorized. Children, that's the obligation of the United States. The notes shall be the obligation of who? United States. That's the one who's obligated to keep those notes and pay all your bills, all your coupons that you get every month from your utility company, from your so-called credit card company, from your mortgage bank so-called, from your car payment so-called, from everybody that claimed they loan you, but they did not. That's the obligation United States should have fixed up, and instead they turn all these companies loose on the children of Adam, stressing you out, but you need to pay monthly debt and sending bill collector at your doorstep. Everybody running the rocket, but guess what, children of Adam? I'm telling you, and I keep telling you, children of Adam, if you neglect your duty, United States of America, and you are rendered liable, I am setting back that liability on you, then punishment. If you're non-rendering the service, the obligation that you contracted to in 18 USC section 8, that you made an oath, a promise to in 18 US Code section 8, that you tied to 18 US Code section 8, then punishment certainly coming your way. Firmly decided, certain can be, punishment shall not be delayed. Children, as I told you, whether you want to look at your bills, your monthly bills, or your coupons, if they masquerade them as coupon, it is not your obligation to pay. It's the obligation of the United States, and the United States taken over by Canaan and all his friends. They have shifted that responsibility to you. But it still remains theirs, because every president and everyone that is holding these high offices have already made vows. When you see the president every 4 years set his right hand on that Bible and swear that he will uphold the laws of the United States and the laws of the United States of America, he's being held by oath. So he cannot get out. Every one of them, that punishment fixed upon their own head. Children, that obligation that they give you to stack in your pocket and to put as digit in your bank account shall be redeemed into lawful money. That's the only money that can pay down debt. Only money that can pay down debt. Gold and silver, which the Treasury Department of the United States should be giving you, and take back that Federal Reserve fiat paper money. Did you hear me? They should be giving you back your lawful gold and silver on demand. You asked for it, you should get it. You asked for it, you should get it. If you want your money to be given back to you in gold, go into your bank and tell them you need to change your signature card. You need to change your signature card. You're going to put on your card. You're going to put on your updated signature card 12 US Code section 411, just as you see it here. 12 US Code section 411. Put that next to your autograph on that updated signature card. Then anything going into your account has to be rendered, redeemed into gold or silver. That's how they account for your gold and silver. You look now in your bank account, everything they tell you as one line going through that dollar sign. One line when it's being accounted for in gold and silver. You have two lines going through the S, the dollar sign. Two lines instead of one. Two lines mean your account is being counted in gold and silver lawful money. That you children of Israel. The obligation of that paper money is the United States. That paper money is debt for the purpose of making loans to the Federal Reserve Bank. Children, this is what the law merchants came. They came and give you law merchant law, a principle of law and equity of the capacity to contract, and they changed that contract in 18 U.S. Code 8. That's the law merchant given back unto you. UCC 1-103, the construction of the Uniform Commercial Code, given back that they came with the law merchant. So when I keep telling you, law merchant is running and all kind of different people, big lawyer, go to all kind of big law school, come and say there's no law merchant. What is it doing in U.S. Code 1-103? It's there. The principle of law and equity, including what? Law merchant. It's part of your law that the merchant, that's why I walked you through merchant, over and over. Your Bible telling you about the merchants. One, up in New York City, Zidane, and they have help from Harvard, that is in Chicago, and passing the law, this same law, UCC 103, or Tyre. That's the pilot, passing the law, UCC 103, and rendered your law 18 U.S. Code 8 defunct and passing that responsibility, that obligation after you. That's the obligation of the United States. Stay with me, message after message. It is time you get back your remedies and your information. It's your information. Children, if you're in Canada, as I told you, Turtle Island Earth include Canada. It includes the entire North America. So, Canada, under the same rule, Bills of Exchange Act, if you go back here, do you see bills? 18 U.S. Code Section 8. Yes, it means bills, the one you get, the literal one you get. But the literal one you get is just a shortening, a quick cut down, a quick cut back of bill of exchange. They don't want you to know that your bill, so-called bill that you're getting every month, is a bill of exchange. It's a negotiable instrument, but they shorten it and put bills when they change up what you're responsible for versus what they're responsible for. They put bills, but no, it's not bills. It's a bill of exchange. In the United States, we have a bill of exchange as well. We have a bill of exchange as well. UCC 3-104. UCC 3-104. That's our bill of exchange. We call it a negotiable instrument. And as we go through the messages, I'm going to give you more clarity on bills of exchange, negotiable instrument. They are the same. Two differences. One is an order to pay and one is a promise to pay. So you go back here to the promise that United States made. The promise is a promissory note. It's covered under the obligation of the United States. Their obligation as well, that they promise to pay here and they pass it on to you in the form of a bill of exchange, but they took off the exchange of it and just tell you it's a bill and tell you a bill is something that you have to pay when they have to pay it. I'm spending time on this so you get this part of it, because if you don't get this, you're not going to be able to know how you're being robbed. Canada, Bill of Exchange Act, RSC 1985, Common Law of England. Yes, this rule is fully functioning and running in England as well. England has changed its record as well and stopped paying its obligation and pass it on to its citizens. The rules of common law of England is the same as the rule in Canada, including law merchant. Law merchant exists. Your Bible is not silent about these law merchants. Did you hear me a while ago? Your Bible is not silent about these law merchants. Revelation 13. These law merchants, yes, they shall cause big and small, big and great, rich and poor, free and the man under bondage, under serious bondage, to receive a QSIP number. QSIP number was given unto you. That's a social security number. How many digits are in your social security number? 9. How many digits, including letters, alphanumeric, on your birth certificate? 9. That's the QSIP given unto you in your right hand. That's your political hand. They took under control with what? Law, merchant, law. That's your right hand power, your political power, your political power, your power to rule, your power to subdue, and you don't have any power now. So this man, these law merchants put QSIP as your right hand power, give you a trading number that they use to switch the obligation from the United States to you. That's what Revelation 13 verse 16 is telling you. And leading up to 2025, unless you do something about it, you won't be able to buy and sell unless you're using your social security mark or giving somebody your birth certificate. All kind of rubbish you got to do to run your economics, to run your feet, to run your money. I'm the Most High, and your Lord Thoth Melchizedek Jehovah is giving you back information to your feet, your road map to your feet. That's the wisdom coming back to you. Here is you, children of Adam, that have wisdom. The number gives you 666. 666. If you add them all together, you get 18. 6 times 3, 18. 1 plus 8, 9. That's the 9-digit number given back onto you. That's your QSIP number used to transfer the debt to your name. And they go off stripping all the money that they should be paying on your behalf, and they're taking it for themselves. That's the information given back for your feet. And here is the receipt given back onto you in their own words. 1933, when Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt put the final touches on Moabite black Woodrow Wilson plan. Moabite black president Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt put the icing on the cake. 1933, House of Representatives, Thursday, March 9th, 1933. This is what they discussed in the Congress. Congress again, passing all the rules up in D.C., holding you hostage and transferring the obligation from the United States to who? You! That's what they did right here under this new law. Hear me? It goes back again. A contract, a binding contract under law or under a legal system, that's an obligation. So they're creating a new obligation with your name as the obligor, the one who's obligated under this new law. The money which we should be paying, because the money is the paper Federal Reserve note that says it's the obligation of the United States. Isn't that what it says over here? The Federal Reserve note is the obligation of the United States. The note, the money, shall be the obligation of the United States. 12 U.S. Code, Section 411. Same thing again, repeated, echoed in 18 U.S.C. Section 8. The Federal Reserve note, the Federal Reserve Bank note, the United States note, the Treasury note, whichever name you want to give it, is whose obligation? United States! That's their obligation, no matter which way they slice or dice it. But the money, that Federal Reserve note, will represent a mortgage on all the homes. A mortgage, did you hear me? A mortgage, did you hear me? A mortgage! Who's on that mortgage? You're on that mortgage. On all the homes, on the properties of all the people in the United States. That's the one up in D.C. So they moved you to D.C. and make this mortgage under your name. You are the mortgage that's paying all the debt for the United States while they're running around robbing that money that they should be paying and letting you pay it with your sweat labor every day. That's how the obligation was switched from the United States to you. Congressional record, March 9th, 1933. It was written into the log, the dialogue of Congress on that day. Under that new law that Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt did in 1933, the Federal Reserve note will be worth 100 cents on the dollar because it is backed by the credit of you. They took your credit and give it to themselves. That's why you're now under a credit system, a credit card. Everything that credit card send you month after month is your credit balance. But they switch a road here and they didn't tell you, and you have been packed, presuming, assuming, packed, presuming, assuming, tacitly accepting, tacitly agreeing to being the mortgage on that debt the United States has with the banker when they should be paying it and paying for you as well. The homes and all your belonging, your paycheck as well, is the property now of the United States because they move the obligation to your children of Adam, but this shall not stand. You're getting back your full information. So, you know why United States is going through its punishment right now, and that punishment has one ending for the United States. I looked and I saw the eagle, United States, bird up from head to toe, bird up firmly decided on the fate of the United States. 5 cities that speak the language of the merchant traders. 5 cities that speak the language of the merchant bankers. 5 of them, 5 cities in Egypt. Egypt is America as well. The original name for America was Egypt. Then it got moved over into the Middle East, but now it's moving back to the original location where the dove shall be. Egypt originally applied to North America. So when you see Egypt in your Bible, 100% of the time, it's talking about America. That's where your book was sent. That's where the people of Adam, the main body of them, are located. So the book is talking about entirely about America. Just different names given in different sections of the book. But they shall speak the language of money, robbery, usury, admiralty law merchant belonging to the Phoenician, giving power to the MOAB, and the MOAB supervising and advising and running the heads of your president and paying up all kind of bribery pack money up in Congress. That's what these merchants that are speaking the language of Canaan are doing. One shall be called the city of destruction. That is the bloody city. Talked about in Nahum 3 verse 1. That bloody city. Washington, D.C. Asher, if you want to relate the name to Assyria. That's America. Other name. Assyria, America. Assyria, America. Assyria is from Virginia going south. Egypt is from Virginia going north, all of it up the east coast, because again, the Canaanite merchant traders, also called Phoenician, normally set up themselves along a major coastal route, and they have set themselves up on an eastern coast in prior times, in ancient time, and they set themselves again up on an east coast in our modern day time. So Phoenicia, which is Canaan, where the notable merchant and the traders and colonizers domicile themselves on the eastern coast. So without any delay, we can tit for tat match up Babylon as Boston, Sidon as New York City, Tyre, that bloody city, doing all kind of madness with your money and your delicacies by setting up laws of the merchant. Where your law set up? Washington, D.C., that's busy passing statutory law, all kind of policy law belonging to the corporation, which is a policy maker. Corporations cannot make law. They make policy, statutory policy, disguised as common law, but it is not. They're running a admiralty law, which is a law that applies to international trade. But because you're living in D.C., it is saying that you're getting the benefit of that international law. And with the benefit comes performance. You have to now perform because you're being part of that benefit, benefits, and performance. That's what it comes down to. The law of merchant, the admiralty law, which gets you right back in D.C. But you can get out of that. Again, we're going to go through how you get out of these things that I'm telling you about. This is the difference with this message, is to give you your remedies, your possibilities to get out, and you're going to do more studying, more research, and most of all, go back to the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Jehovah, Adonai. Ask for help, ask for assistance, ask to be forgiven for all that you have done. That's why you got pushed into this situation. But now your punishment time is done. The 70 years are done. Time for you to return unto your Lord and be put back in place as the leaders, the rulers of America. So go back to your Lord. And none of these Phoenician, Canaan, merchant, trader, banker, usurer can subdue you anymore. Those are the colonizers. The merchant traders in your modern day, they're called bankers. Did you hear me? They're called bankers. Those are the ones in New York City, that is Zidon, and the ones passing all kind of ancient law of pledging people as collateral. That's the law merchant running up in D.C. They're passing all these statutory law to make sure they continue to speak as destructive people. Who are they destroying? The children of Adam. As I've been telling you, Ezekiel 27:8, the inhabitants of Zidon, yes, they are the mariners. They are assisting with the merchant trading, banking, money exchanging. Yes, sir. That's the mariners, the ones assisting the running of the ship. The running of the ship, the merchant ship. Whoa, the inhabitants of Zidon, which is up in New York City, and Harvard, which is up in Chicago. Yes, we're the mariners assisting with the merchant trading, the banking, the money exchanging, the usury, the selling of people and selling of nation. That's the two locations. Don't you have the New York Stock Exchange? And don't you have the Chicago Mercantile Exchange? Don't you have those two locations exchanging all kind of money, all kind of banking, all kind of usury? Yes, your Bible not silent. It just written in code. Children, they are the mariners. The mariner normally help. They are the lower level help that help who? The pilot. Who are the pilot? The pilot is the one who is governing, directing the merchant ship. And where the pilots are located, Tyre, Washington, DC. No matter where you point, you could point your finger east, west, north, south. That magnet up in DC, bring back your finger to point at Washington, DC. Tyre, where the pilots are, presidents, governors, politicians, lawmakers as they call themselves, running admiralty law, disguised as common law, up in Washington, D.C., and then they gathered up all kind of abundance, delicacy with your substance and build themselves a big army to subdue you. If you talk up, speak up, and try to assert back your right, but that done, destroyer coming from the north, coming from the east, that wind, that east wind appeared suddenly with the nations of the dragon coming with the host, and he's coming with the Carmonian, that is Iran, Russia, China, Iran, coming from the eastern coast of America, and as well coming from the northern portion of America. They're coming through Canada. Children! That's the pilot up in Tyre, Washington, D.C., and the assistant, the mariners up in New York City, running all kind of stock exchange. Don't you have the mariners up in New York City, running all kind of stock exchange, and up in Chicago, running all kind of mercantile exchange? They all over the place, running all kind of exchanges. So we have identified where the three main cities of these Phoenician, these Canaanite, these Chaldean, these merchants are located, running up and down, all destruction of the children of Adam with their robbery. This is where they're located. Match it up, tit for tat. Ancient Phoenician, ancient Babylonian, ancient Canaan, on the right-hand side of the screen, and on the left, that's your modern day. You see Tyre, Zidon, Babilis. Further up is Avward. That's how they're located. On this map, in your map, Avward would be over by Chicago. That's an Avward location in your modern time. Babilis in Boston. Sidon, New York City. Tyre, Washington, D.C. So that's the city that's running all kind of robbery. Washington, D.C. via the law merchant that they have running in the background. All kind of things it's doing without your knowledge, running up and down without your knowledge and without your proper consent. They use trickery to get you to act the way they want you to act. But again, I'm going to give you some solution that you can use as your starting point, and you now have to first go back to the Lord. Move back to the Lord. In His law, all the laws I've been telling you, the 5 divine laws, especially food, go back to that one and get your head back. Get rid of that white Jesus. Anything you're running down with idolatry and any kind of praises and thing you're giving to all kind of different beings that you don't know from your ancient people, give that back to whoever came and give it to you. You need to be 100% focused on the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Jehovah at this time. Get back your head, which is your blessing. Get your blessing back. Go back to the Lord. Leviticus 26, verse 40, 41, 42. Forever I'll keep telling you. That's your supplication you need to make to the Lord, to move back to the Lord, to make sure whatever you're planning on doing against Tyre, Zidon, Babilis will not fail. Will not fail. Because you're standing strong with the Lord, and none of those can touch you nor rob you when you're standing strong and firm in the name of the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Jehovah, Adonai, Abib. Children, Isaiah 42, 22 has finally come to an end. because the day cometh when I shall spoil the Philistine. Jeremiah 47:4, when I shall spoil Tyre, Sidon, Babylon, for all the robbery they've been doing that's given back unto you in Isaiah 42:22. They've been robbing and spoiling the Adamic seed, the Adamic race in the United States of America, because they were given the permission to do so, but they went OD, overdose, overboard with the wickedness, the spoiling, the robbery, the holds, hiding you in prison, locking you in prison as surety with their mortgage, their ancient system of pledging. We'll get into that, children of Israel. We're not done yet. Isaiah 42:22. But this is my people, the black Adam, robbed and trodden down. They are all snared, locked up in holes, all kind of financial hole. Take slavery, merchants. Been running upon them from where? Washington, D.C., passing laws against my children, robbing and spoiling them, and give the money management to New York City, Zidon, and then when my children cannot pay them anymore, and when my children don't have, yes, the comprehension of how the system works, they take Adam, lock his body into prison as surety, as mortgage for robbing his trust. Children, you're on an ancient pledging system. You're on an ancient pledging system called law merchant. Law merchant. Yes, it's called death pawn, death bail. That's the system. That's the system they have you under. We're going to get into that soon. So without any delay, know that you're being robbed, but know that all what you're seeing here, Nahum 3:1 and Isaiah 42:22, scheduled for their end, 2025, mark the beginning of the destruction of all these things. Civil war coming to first shake up America. Then the prey cometh from the north with evil, and the rest of his army coming from the east coast. That's coming to break up all those who were in their comfort zone. And I'm telling you again, go my Gentile Caucasian, if you get caught with the bag in your hand, or you get caught the only one standing when the music stops, not good news for you. My children, the time in prison, done. The time you're locked up and nobody helping you, no one delivering you, no one tried to redeem you, no one tried to restore you, no one tried to give you some of the money they've been robbing from you, pretending they're giving you a loan, but they're not giving you a loan, and then turn over all kind of debt collector to your, all kind of debt collector to come stress you out. That done, children of Adam. Time for you to be restored. I shall restore my children without spending $1 to release them. I shall restore my children. I shall restore them without spending $1, not 1 red cent, to free all my children that returned unto me. Children, Haggai 1:6. Went over that already. That's the robbery. Combine those two verses. Haggai 1:6, Isaiah 42:22. And that is the summation of the robbery of the children of Adam. Adam, you have sown so much work, so much labor, and you bring home nothing. You have eaten all kind of food, all kind of thoughts, all kind of idea that he give on to you. Money-making idea as well. And they come out and amount to nothing. It's all a ruse. It's all a trick that he's doing unto you so he can get you into more debt. But you are not fed. The system he has set up is a system destined for failure of anyone from the children of Adam that tried to venture to get part of his deal, to get into his deal. Only a few taskmaster he let in, and they have to pledge to another set of pledge, demonic pledge. They have to pledge to demons to get to where they are. You, my children of Adam, you don't need to pledge to no demons, no fallen angels. I shall get you out without a red cent, without spending one penny to free up my children. So shall it be. Those earn wages. People of those earn wages, but put it in their pocket, but their pockets have holes. Because Gomer Gentile Caucasian, who has been taking instruction from the merchants up in Washington, D.C., Tyre, and those in Sidon, New York City, have done enough to make sure there's holes in your pocket from the minute you rise up in the morning all the way until you go to bed at night. That hole stays constantly open in your pocket, and every money that you get, every substance that belongs to you, God. So, children of Adam, or children of the Gentile, if you have any confusion left about who I'm talking to that's being robbed, they are the Negro, aka Black. Those are the ones, member of a race, physical feature, dark skin. They're in America right now. The main group of them, American, originally applied to the original colored people. Copper color. They are in America. They're now known to the entire world as the image of God. But everyone keep telling you it's not you and it could be somebody else, and we need to call in Scooby-Dooby-Doo and Scrappy to solve that mystery. No! Mystery solved. Image of God is the Negro. Physical description, dark, black. In your modern day time, they're in America right now, the main group of them and the others scattered across the entire planet, all waiting to be turned back on. Children, Black's Law Dictionary. We went over that. White person does not mean Caucasian. Do you hear me again? White person, white people do not mean Caucasian. Mean all the things you see on the left-hand side of your screen, and all those features are black people as well. All those white persons were black people. Every single one of them you see over there on the left-hand side, they are black. Colored people, some of them are Negro, some of them are turncoat, some of them are MOAB, some of them are fornicians as well. Children, that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about this group right here, the Negro, original Negro from America that's been squashed since 1619, and who's been squashing them from that time till 1924. This group here on the left-hand side of your screen that called themselves white while they were calling the Negro original to America black. That's the difference between the black from America, the original American, and the black that were in Europe over here as white person. And again, for Gomer Gentile Caucasian, in case you're feeling left out, white does not mean Caucasian race. Doesn't mean that ever. Doesn't mean that before. Doesn't mean that 1924. And doesn't mean that at this particular point in time. Hosea 12 verse 7. We're not done with these merchants that drop their obligation on you. He's a merchant. He's a merchant. Those are the law merchants I've been telling you about. The Canaanites as they're called. The Phoenician as they're called. The Maritime Admiralty Law as they're called. The commerce as they're called as well. Colonizers as they're called as well. The balance is the thing that they measure how to rob you. Balance of cheating, deceit, and robbery. Balances of robbery are in his hands. Robbers of the black man Adam. That's why I've been telling you. You've been robbed by these merchants. Everything telling you. Tyre, Nahum 3 verse 1. That city of robbery. That city of robbery. And it tell you, up in Tyre are the merchant, the pilot merchant up in Tyre. And now it's telling you, Tyre pirates are full of deceit, lies, and robbery. So, what do you think the mariners up in New York City, Zidon, and the other mariners in Harvard up in Chicago are telling you? Lies as well. His right hand and his left hand. His political law. Lie. His social law. Lie. His feet law. Economics law. Lies as well. He loves to oppress the Negro, the black man Adam, the Negro, the black man Adam, children of Adam. Nahum 3 verse 16. You have multiplied in all your merchant. Tyre, Assyria, Nineveh, Assyria, Egypt. Have multiplied your pirates that you have up there in Washington, D.C., and in New York City, and in Chicago. You have multiplied your merchants above the stars. Who are the stars? The children of Adam, the black Negro, the original American. That's the star of heaven that you've been oppressing and doing all kind of deceit and lie with the balances of your merchant service. That's the one. You cheated. Move your obligation from yourself and put it on the stars of heaven. That's what you did. And do you expect to get off scotch-free? This time, when you put burden on the stars of heaven and oppress them, nothing goes as such. Firmly decided, your punishment coming your way for neglecting your obligation. Children of Israel, cankerworm spoileth and flieth away. Soon coming his way are the cankerworm, as I've been telling you. Gog and Magog, depart not. That menacing, that evil from the north coming, that east wind of the dragon, the nation of the dragon, China, Russia, and the Carmonians. Cankerworm coming, and they will not fly away until America, especially Tyre, Sidon, are completely leveled to the ground. Children, Revelation 18:3, all nations that have been drinking richly out of the cup of these merchants. Yes, you've been drinking, everybody happy. Know the tides are turning. You want and you have been calling upon the stars of heaven on the Adamic seed. Oh, come pray for us. Oh, feel sorry for us. Let's join together and let's pray so no harm come to America. And we want to still be in charge after all the Passover events are gone. Not in Augusta. Nothing goes as such. You got to go back to your recompense on your own head. You got to go serve the time for the crime you've been committing, and then the stars of heaven shall have compassion on you once you have reconciled recompense upon your head. Once you have change your way and go back to the Lord. Thought the right way, and only the Lord can forgive you, can show you mercy, can show you compassion, shall give you that grace. That is the power and the forgiveness of God coming down upon you. That's your way back Goma Gentile Caucasian who want to do their way back to the Lord and their way out of what's coming for them, the right way. Go back to the Lord as I've given unto you in the book of Leviticus 26, verse 40, verse 41, and verse 42, and do as we have done. The children of Adam have done in 1 Samuel 12, verse 10, 1 Samuel 12, verse 10, 1 Samuel 12, verse 10. That's what you need to do to move yourself out of what's coming with this cankerworm coming to America to destroy and spoil everything. The wrath of your cup of fornication is done. Merchants, your time done. Merchant of the earth, merchant of America, your time to give back your obligation to yourself is winding down on you. You're running out the runway to have that option still available to you. Your abundance of your delicacies are running short. They have already run out. Children of Adam, these folks, these merchants, bankers, money changers, usurer, practicing admiralty law, law merchant, they're going out of business. They're just putting up a little face of resistance, a little face of they having still power. No, go, sir. Your power gone when I listen to the words of my Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Jehovah, Adonai, which says, the cankerworm coming to spoil all those who have been spoiling the children of Adam. Children! This is the man that kicked it off 1913, and then Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt, another black Moabite, send it a little further over the edge and make sure all the obligation of the United States rests squarely on your lap. Every month they bill you and send you coupons, which the United States is obligated to pay. But they're not paying it. They're watching you every month pay their obligation. What a shameless bunch they are. I am the most shameless and unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined United States of America by introducing United States and giving it full control. A great industrial nation is now controlled by the law merchant credit system. As I told you, the money was set up as a line of credit. So, let's go back. I got to give you precept by precept. So first precept, I go back to where the obligation got switched over to you in this congressional record where it says the money will be worth 100 cents on the dollar because it is backed by the credit of you are the nation, you are we the people, you are the nation, you are we the people. So the credit is being backed by you. Credit again that Woodrow Wilson said was set up. Not making this thing up. It's coming from his word and is being backed up in the congressional record. So that's the credit that they took for themselves and give you the debit. That's the credit that should be in your account. All that bill that you're getting, all that coupon that you're getting, all those monthly statements that you're getting from your bank and from your utilities company is a credit balance to you. 15 USC section 1666. That's your credit balance. 15 USC section 1666. 15 USC section 1666. That's your credit balance that they have taken, give you the debit balance in a number appearance, but they didn't tell you it's truly your credit balance. But again, that racket is over. Children of Adam, you're getting back your credit. Our system of credit is concentrated, mean only a few people know about it, only a few people understand about it, the growth of the nation. Therefore, and all our activities are in the hands of the law merchants. That's what he's been telling you without telling you. We have come to be one of the worst countries We have come to be one of the worst countries. Evidence right in front of you right now. One of the most completely controlled and dominated government. Govern. To rule over. Ment means mind. Ment means mind. Ment means mind. Ment means thought. Ment means mind. Ment means thought. That's it. It govern over your mind and govern over your thoughts. What's the other meaning for government? Let's hear it again. Let's hear it one more time. Govern, to exercise authority and to administer law, to maintain superiority and have control. How? Meant lies with lies. So, when you see the word government, don't think you're getting all kind of fancy dancy people with all kind of law helping you. No, lies. That's what meant in Latin mean joining two words. That's how your English language works. Putting words together to form meaning and energy cast upon you. But you do not know that you're under spell. Word, children! That's what they're doing. In this civilized world, we no longer a government by free opinion. Never was and never will be. It's no longer a government by conviction. Only one being convicted is Black Adam and Goma Gentile Caucasian who don't belong to the elite upper cross circle. Those are the only ones being convicted. And the vote of the majority don't count. Never did count before and never will. Only this concentrated group of law merchants, and they form for themselves college electoral board and college electoral vote, and only through that system any government representative of the corporation. That's what your president is, a president of the corporation. Children, by the opinion and the duress of that group, that president, that governor, that mayor shall rule under duress. You have to do what the law merchants, these few men, tell you to do. And you don't see these few men in your upfront picture, your upfront limelight. They are not there. They rule from the shadows. They only send puppet heads, figureheads up front to stand in front of you. The true enemies are hiding, but their vibration is going down while your vibration and your etheric vision going up. So you shall see these few men shortly. If you want to see them before the appointed time. I say if you want to see them for the appointed time, and they cannot pronounce a certain word given back unto you in the book of Judges 12. Shibboleth. They cannot say that word. Kininigen. They cannot say that word. That small group can't say the words Antia Belamet. Remove the illusion they cast around themselves, so you see them looking like someone else when they are not. They're not man, just a starter of who they truly are. Children, but no matter what head they have on their shoulder, is could a dog head, could a cat head, could a lion head, could a snake head, doesn't matter, because that day cometh, that day is here. No more we shall say, the day shall come. So, the day doth come, 2025, to spoil the Philistine, the law merchant, the Zidon. Yes, no safety, no comfort for you. I shall cut off Tyre, I shall cut off Zidon, and everybody, everyone, Moab, Ammon, Gentile, Caucasian, taskmaster, if you're helping, the Lord merchant, no good news for you. Children, the helpers, and all that's running up and down with the Philistine, Canaanite, Chaldean, Phoenician as they're called, the law merchant as they're called, the merchant as they're called. Children, running up and down in Tyre and Zidon, and all their helpers that remain shall be spoiled firmly. There shall be no Canaanite left. All of them gone. Canaanite gone. The remnant of Canaan gone. Children, Revelation 18:11. The merchant of America shall wait. Coming their way. Make sure you get out your paper towel or your handkerchief for your weeping. Certain, firmly decided over your head. Coming back your way. Mourning and shall mourn over America, especially Tyre and Zidon and Avad up in Chicago, New York, DC, New York, Chicago, God. No man shall buy the merchandise anymore from those three locations. Firmly decided upon Tyre head, Zidon head, firmly cut off. Children of Adam, wait, and you shall see all your enemies moved from in front of you. Children of Adam, your signature has been weaponized against you to fully let you rob yourself and give all your life earning to the robbers, your enemies. You didn't know you've been using and your signature been used as well against you to deceive you and to rob you, especially during the last 70 years. Children, during that time, they passed 3-401 of your UCC code and forgot to tell you your enemies is not liable on an instrument unless they sign it. So, I told you many weeks ago, if you look at all your documents, only one signature is on it, and it's yours. Children of Adam, your enemies have never, ever signed any of your documents. The only one they sign is the one to put you in prison and rob your thugs. That's the only one they sign. Everything else is only you and you alone practicing UCC 3-401. Children of Adam is fully liable for the instrument they just signed because they signed it and they did not ask for that document, that instrument, that agreement, that contract, that car loan, that home loan, that credit card, yes, your school loan, and even all your utilities bill. You did not ask them to sign it for you under the Truth in Lending Act. That's the act that they did not tell you about used in lending and offering services to you. Say they have to be truthful because you did not know. They have to be truthful by countersigning the document with you. So they have you and only you signing those documents and not telling you the Truth in Lending Act is there for you to say affirmatively to them. You must sign this document with me or I will not sign it. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. But that's how you take back your power. You think they're not going to give you the credit and you think they're not going to do this for you because you refuse to take an unsigned document from them? No, gossip. They know if you ask them to sign that document, it stops them dead in their tracks on whatever loan they think they're giving to you, or whatever loan, whatever credit card, whatever car loan, whatever house loan, whatever school loan, whatever phone loan, whatever utility bill, water, light, cable, cell phone, whichever one of them. It has to be signed. The service agreement has to be signed, has to be countersigned by whomever said they're giving you service and whoever claimed they're giving you loan. Have to have a countersigning on that contract, on that service contract, that service agreement, that credit card contract, that mortgage contract, that car loan contract, that home loan contract, that school loan contract. Has to have 2 signatures on it. So since you're the only one signing it, Adam, you're the only one who is liable on your own promissory note. If it doesn't have 2 signatures on the document, on the instrument, it is automatically a promissory note that you're making to them, promising you're gonna give over your hard-earned money, your hard labor money to them. That's the way they've been robbing the children of Adam. But the Lord God, Melchizedek, time for my children to free up. Children of Louis, yeah. Priest King became 70 years old. 70 years old yesterday. So his birthday fall in line with when your 70 years are done. Greetings and blessing unto you, my priest king, Louis Jerome Armstrong. You've set off in motion events that cannot be recalled, that only lead to one direction, one way, one direction, one path for the enemies of the children of Louis. Children, you got to go back to your 5 divine law. They've been robbing you on every one of your 5 divine law. Your head robbed by your signature. Your feet especially robbed by your signature. Yes, 3-401, take away your feet. Because you've been signing all kind of one-sided, one signature only documents, giving your fruitfulness, your labor to your enemy, creating wealth for your enemy instead of your own wealth, not replenishing your own wealth, because everything you get, remember that hole is in your pocket. So if you don't recall all those signatures, pull them back, revoke them. Then forever that hole will be in your pocket until the Lord got through. It's a time, fully time to shut the whole thing down. Right on. Gone with the power. Every political law that is passed by your enemies, Canaanite, Moabite, Ammonite, king of Egypt, your presidents of America, and all the Moabites who were running it up until the time of Woodrow Wilson, and who are still running it right now. You're right and gone. They pass law, you sign off on it, you go vote for them, and they come back 4 years later, nothing done for you, and repeat the process over and over again. And your food as well. But that's the one that bring you back in harmony with all the other one. Your head, your left hand, your right hand, your feet. What's holding it together? What's anchoring it together in the middle? Your stomach. Show you the importance of your food, your diet, and your appetite. Eat only seeded fruits and herbs and vegetables that are seeded as well, that are on a tray. That's the only thing that you eat, and not cooking any of what I just described. Fruits and vegetables should not be cooked. They should be eaten raw. Not all of you can manage that food plan at this time, but I put it in the energy for you so you can get that energy as well to make that move and go once and for all fully back to the complete law of the Lord Thoth Melchizedek Jehovah, is law of health, which says you should not eat anything cooked by fire. Nothing that heat has been added to. No heated food, therefore no cooked food. Once you get back the center of your cross in place, your feet given back onto you, no problem. Right hand coming back to you, no problem. Left hand coming back to you, no problem. And you get back your head automatically. When you do your supplication unto the Lord, that's why every week, week after week after week, I keep telling you, I am going to give you back the roadmap to your supplication. Leviticus 26, 40, 41, 42. If you want a full example of how to do it, 1 Samuel 12, verse 10. 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 That's your roadmap back to your head. Getting back your connection back to your Lord, because your Lord command, return unto me via your head, and I'll return unto you via the connection back to your upper kingdom with my connection in my spiritual kingdom. You're getting back your blessing from the Most High Ella, Jehovah, and the Lord Thoth Melchizedek Jehovah, giving you back your sound mind so you can undo this man's plan that he has implemented on you since 1913, when Moabite President Woodrow Wilson was elected. 1913, he's ready to fully implement the Colonel Edward Mandel House Plan. Children, that's the plan in front of you. I'm only going to read it for you, surface reading for you. This week, next week, we deep dive into this man's plan. This man is the Moabites of Moabites, coming up with the Rothschild plan, coming up with the reptilian plan, coming up with Benelli plan, coming up with Canaanite merchant plan. La merchant put this one together for all the children of Adam, children of Louis, children of Israel, to hold your firmly fixed under their foot until different. That's dumb diversus given back unto you. That is what dumb diversus mean, until different. Do you know when is the different time? Right now. That's your different time. Edward Mandel House said in private meeting with Woodrow Wilson, 1913, from the private papers of Woodrow Wilson. Oh, he didn't say it. No, gossip. We're not listening to you guys anymore. We're getting our sound mind back so we know how to decipher what was said and match it up historically with what has happened to the children of of Adam. So go sit down. One side go my Gentile Caucasian with all your debunking and your fact checking and your AI misinformation. Very soon, the American, especially the indigenous one, they freed them up. 1860s and 40 years they've been running around aimlessly, not knowing what to do. So let's grab their labor. They're not skilled in the law because most of them were living on plantation. They never get no financial experience to know how to deal with these robbers who are scared. So, came up with the plan. Every black Adam will be required to register their biological property. That's your head gone. He conveyed your live birth certificate to a certificate of birth. He conveyed your live birth certificate to a certificate of birth. One live paper to a dead live paper. One live paper to a dead man paper. One live paper, your live birth, that's the live paper. And certificate of birth, that's the dead paper. Who sign off on your birth certificate? Look at it. It's a probate judge. A probate judge handles wills. Dead man wills. Dead man will. So when that judge signed it, that means you died and he's ready to settle your estate and move you over into the dead zone. So, head gone. That's you and your children up until this point in time. That's been running in a national system designed to keep track of black man Adam, and that will operate under the ancient system of pledging. I've been telling you about pledging over and over. You're under a system that let you pledge your labor with your signature. That's why you're the only one signing documents over here. You're pledging your labor. You're pledging it via mortgage. When they don't sign a mortgage paper and you want sign the mortgage paper, you just gifted it to them. You just pledge your lifeblood sweat to them. Same thing with anything that you do in your modern day time. If you buy a car, you say you're going to buy your fancy car, you get your MCO, your manufacturer certificate of origin. Guess what you do? You're going to pledge it to the state. You trade that in for, guess what? A motor vehicle certificate title. That's all it is. It certifies that the information related to that car is sitting somewhere with the state. You just pledged it to them. You gave the real ownership title, which is the MCO, and you swapped it out. You conveyed it for a certificate. Same thing with the live birth. You got it conveyed to a birth certificate. So your head gone. And when we're talking about your motor vehicle and all your house and this and that, that's your feet. But that's part of this plan. This is where the whole thing was put in place. Everything started, what you're going through, 1913, and they ramped it up 20 years later with Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt that added the finishing touches on the plan that you're currently sitting in right now. So, ancient system of pledging, you pledge your house. How did you pledge your house? The title for your house is a land patent. That's the highest form of ownership. What do they give you? A warranty deed. So when you buy the house, you didn't go and get your land patent. Go search it out. See what is the land patent for the space of area of land that you're purchasing. Or you turn it over quickly to get a warranty title, a warranty deed. Warrant. Warrant. Two separate words joined together. Rant is cussing. So they have a war against you where they're cussing you and they give you a title to show that we just declared war on you formally and very loudly. You don't rant quietly. So that's what they do to pledge. Have you pledge your life, sweat, blood, and labor? Mortgage yourself to give to them. That's what is done in a pledging system. So, by such methodology, we can compel people, force people, compel, mandatory for people to submit to our agenda, to submit to the robbery, which will affect our security as a chargeback. They are going to take your sweat and labor, charge it back to themselves, and give you more labor and more sweat and more work to go do. And they give you, in place of your labor, fiat paper. That is fake money, the Federal Reserve note that we went over, which is whose responsibility? The United States. What are you doing with that Federal Reserve note in your pocket? You just got the charge back. The charge is put back on you. That's what this means. The security as a chargeback for our fiat paper currency. They give you currency, a fake, worthless currency, and tell you it's of a value, and they charge back your sweat and labor to get that fake fiat money. Every American, every black Adam, because again, American, originally the copper color skin people found here before the black European and the Caucasian Europeans came here. So when you see American, know who they're talking about. They're not talking about the modern day one, yes, on the surface, but the deeper meaning in their law book, talking about you, Black Adam. You, Black Adam, will be forced to register. What is register? Regis means to the king. So you're pledging to a king that you don't know, but you have to go back to your Treaty of Paris, 1783, to know who's your king. King George III addressed the Americans as their Holy Roman Emperor, their King of America. So he came in the name of the Holy Roman Emperor. So who's in charge of the Holy Roman? Your Pope. Your Roman Catholic Pope. Vicar of Christ, Jezebel, the mouth of great wrath and blasphemy. That evil counselor that gave these plans down to the Rothschild family, give the plan down to the Mantle House, and put Mantle House as the handler for Woodrow Wilson. So you shall be forced to register to the Pope or suffer not being able to work and earn a living if you don't submit to that forced registration. A law was passed that your right hand now gone. Your right hand conveyed from free will to forced will. That's why I'm just reading this through for you. Next week, we'll deep dive into this. Being able to work? No, you're not going to be able to work if you're not forced into this registration. And if you don't register, if you don't take your vaccine, that forced registration for your vaccine, pass the law, you have to take a vaccine. And if you say, I don't want to take it, then you won't be able to work and earn a living. They were busy firing people. Just to let you know, that ancient system of pledging is still operational. It was fully functioning 2020 all the way to 2023 when Texas and Florida got fed up with senile Biden and said, no more. Then they jump off the pledging system, and then United States was forced to let everybody off the pledging of COVID. So, chattel, they declared all the people. Chattel means cattle. They have you laboring, and you can't get nothing. This is the hole that's in your pocket, and we will hold the security interest over them. That's the security interest. Again, that's your feed. Anything security, that's your feed. And interest in a security is termed as what? A promissory note or a negotiable instrument, whichever term you want to call it. A promise to pay or an order to pay. Negotiable instrument, just the same. And this is under law merchant. Security interest over you, they say forever. That's what they claim. But they never tell you 70 years. Only 70 years they had as their fun time. And when the 70 years done, officially, yesterday, October the 22nd, 2024, by operation of what? Law merchant. That's why I kept telling you, It's in the US running law merchant under UCC. It tells you UCC 1 gives you plain description of law merchant up in Canada under their Bill of Exchange Act, under their Security Interest Act. They tell you Bill of Exchange is associated with the law merchant, and the law merchant is running in England as well. All three places are running it, and it's run in the entire planet because all the finance of the world is handled through the United Kingdom. That's the finance center. US, Tyre, Washington, D.C., and Zidon, New York City are just satellite offices, but the entire law merchant is run out of the United Kingdom under the scheme of secured transaction, secured party transaction. It's just since recently that many of us start to learn about secured party and secured transaction under UCC 1. But UCC was running since the 1900s, the early 1900s. All the way from Woodrow Wilson time, they conjured up the idea, and then when Franklin Delano Van Roosevelt got in office, UCC was officially placed on the table as a way to run this security interest system, this chattel system, this law merchant scheme that they're running on you. American black man Adam, by unknowingly and unwittingly delivering bills of lading. What you think is generating that bill of lading? Unknowingly and unwittingly. Here we go again. Your signature delivering the bill of exchange. A bill of exchange is a promissory note that you've been signing. Any document that has only one signature is a promissory note. That's why I stressed over and over to you, go look at your documents, see whose signature is on it. And if there's only one signature, and there is only one, because I know your enemies is not foolish enough to sign these documents, they will not sign it. And that's their Achilles heel. The same thing they use to oppress you is the same thing you're going to use to counteract them now, because they can never, ever, 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 ever give you a signed document unless it's in a court and the judge is going to pass some verdict on you. But your signature is needed. 3 signatures are needed in order to lock you up in prison, in order to incarcerate you. But the name they're incarcerating is the name that you assumed by your signature, because you've been signing as that dead man. If you're not that dead man, then you don't sign at that dead man, and you don't answer to the name of that dead man. Never, ever, 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 ever give your last name nor your address to no police. That's the way that they tie you to the dead man, and then your signature of the dead man becomes your signature as the live man. Never, 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 never. But give no full name in no courthouse. Give your first name. That's it. No last name, no address. Don't recognize any name of that capital name that they're calling. That's not you. You're a living man now, moving back to the law, the principle, and the life of a man of the Most High, Elayat Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, and the Lord thought Melchizedek Jehovah. So you don't sign no more without the other party signing the document. If you're gonna sign the document by yourself, make sure the example I have on the screen in front of you is on that document before you hand it off to anyone. Make sure it looks that way, without recourse, without recourse, without recourse, without recourse, without prejudice, non-negotiable, non-negotiable. And if it's a finance document, a financial document, you have it payable to the all caps name on it as well, just like you see on the screen in front of you. Those things on your document, you are well secured, and whoever don't want to sign it can't hold you liable. Without recourse mean you cannot be held liable even though your signature is on that document. Without recourse mean you cannot be held liable even though your signature is on that document. So The same thing that was holding you under hostage, underwater, is the same thing that's going to bring your grace, your saving, is going to bring your relief through the Most High Ella Yah Jehovah, giving you back your sound mind, so you know that you are the only one that can sign. Your enemies cannot sign. So if they don't sign, they have no power. So if you ask them to sign, they have no more power over you. So that's the bill of lading that you have been unknowingly and unwittingly delivering to them. Your signature. Your signature. Your mother did it from your birth certificate. She signed it as informant. All birth certificate, if you look at it now, especially the modern day one, for the mother, sometimes they put it in the father's box, informant. Not mother or father, informant. That's the bill of lading created at that time. Someone, mom especially, had to sign that document. It becomes the first bill of lading associated with you at birth. And from that point on, once you reach adolescent age, you keep signing and signing and signing. We never know. But now the information is coming back to us. With the year to year and a half we have left before all these enemies get completely destroyed. Tread carefully. Move wisely, so no more they can make a fool out of the children of Adam. Beloved, to us, done. They will be stripped of their rights, which they did, and given a commercial value through that social security, and through your birth certificate, and through your fingers, and through your hands that you're busy using. Signing a bill of lading, signing on top of signing, not noticing no one else but you signing. That's the scheme that was running. It's good while it lasts, but sorry, Mr. Mandelhouse, sorry, Mr. Nowadays Moabite, this won't work anymore. Everybody flaring up on you now, know that you were scamming them and they're not standing for it anymore. It's only a matter of time before they grab you and make sure you account for what you did. Children, they claim we wouldn't be able to figure it out, but they are dead wrong. Why we're explaining it now? Why we're talking about it now? If never, 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 we would not be able to figure it out. Because the Lord thought, make sure his information get back to his people. Say, time you get back your sound mind. Children of Adam, by floating, liens, all kind of liens and debt, your way, floating debts in your direction, saying you have debt when you don't have no debt, saying you get a loan, but they did not give you a loan. They went in your social insurance fund. Did you hear me? They went into your trust fund. Did you hear me? They went into your Setsui KV trust fund. They went into your Setsui KV trust. That's the funds that they're floating around, telling you it's a loan to you, but whose obligation is it? United States! All of that, they've been floating as lien in your name, having you pay bills to utilities company, having you pay bills and coupon to credit card, to car loan, to school loan, to all kind of loans. But it's not yours because, again, you signed those documents. They're able to pin it on you, giving you a presumption, giving you an assumption that you owe them things when you do not, registering you for all kind of benefits and privilege. But it's not. It's only one thing, a detriment, a liability to you. You end up assuming liability that don't belong to you. We will call all of this a social insurance. Your social security. Again, another QSIP number on top of the QSIP number from your birth certificate. A 9-digit number to register you into the social insurance system. 2 numbers mainly holding your fixed and firm. Your birth certificate and your social security card. Making your fixed and firm on their wicked, evil evil, robbery, social plot. That's one that Edward Mandelhouse, a black Moabite, introduced to Woodrow Wilson, who sent Edward Mandelhouse with that plan. The Rothschild family, black man giving another black man to go give your black president information on what he need to do to rob the children of Adam. So, the 5 divine laws gone. The whole 5 of them used against you, your head gone from all that birth certificate. Gone. Then they took your economics, which is your feet. Gone with all these social programs and all these benefits and privilege they're signing you up for, and then they took your rights. Took your rights, meaning your right hand power gone, your political power gone. I take your rights and I push compelling things upon you, compelled to do it, so your right hand gone. And then in that social security system that they set up, social, that's your left hand. So your head, your feet, your left hand, your right hand, fully gone. I say your head, your feet, your left hand, your right hand, fully gone. Children of Adam, in the next message, we're gonna talk some more about this wicked Moabite, reptilian, Canaanite dogged man, children of Adam. But this social plan, done. Walk back in to the plan of the Most High Ella, Yah, Yod-Heh-Vah-Weh, and the Lord thought, Melchizedek, Yod-Heh-Vah. Stand strong, O children of Israel. Stand strong, O children of Adam. Stand strong, O children of Jacob. Stand strong, O Judah. Stand strong, O Ephraim. Stand strong, O Levite. Stand strong, Goma, Gentile, Caucasian. You're in this with us. Just the same, if you're not part of this wealthy crew that's running up and down in your modern day time, make sure you cleave on to black man Jacob, even though he's not spiritualized as yet. That's your command given back unto you by the Lord. My Gentile Caucasian, some things are coming, and if you don't move back to the instructions given to you at this time, help and assist the black man Adam so he can get back on the throne and eject and evict these wicked, evil-headedness. That's a command given back unto you, go my Gentile Caucasian. All of you stand strong in the name of the Most High. Ela, Yah, Yod-Heh-Vah-Weh, Elohim, Neta, Raf, Neta, God in your modern day, tapped, Habib, Kodowish, Yod-Heh-Vah-Weh, Sebajoth, Kodowish, Elohim, Sebajoth. Thank you, my Lord, forever and forever, my Lord. Thank Melchizedek, Yehovah, Adonai, for giving us always the ending at the beginning, giving us always our sound mind back, giving us an opportunity to walk strong with you, step by step with you, hand in hand with you, fearing not our enemies, because who are them when we're walking with you? What is man when we're walking with the Most High Ella, the Lord Thoth Melchizedek, Yehovah? Nothing to fear. Your Lord is by your side. Your priest king is awakening. He's coming. He's ready. Children, stand strong in the name of the Lord Thoth Melchizedek, Yehovah, Adonai, Abib, Kodowish, Adonai, Sebajoth, Kodowish, Abib, Sebajoth. Thank you, my Lord, forever and forever and forever. We call upon your name, the Lord Thoth, Melchizedek, Jehovah, Adonai, Habib. Thank you.